So yesterday, on October 11th, Don Lemon decided to keep talking, and everyone was dumber for it. Before we get into this video, I'd like to point out the name of it really quickly because it's quite important. Don Lemon shreds Trump's Kanye double standard. He's calling Trump a hypocrite, saying that he's basically guilty of doublethink. Let's go ahead and watch why he thinks this. He'll basically make my point for me.
We've got to talk about Kanye tonight. We've got to talk about something that I thought I'd never say. Kanye West in the Oval Office. I thought I'd never say that. We've got to talk about a scene that was just plain embarrassing. But first I have to give you some perspective here.
Yeah, embarrassing is one word for what it's about to happen, Don. Don't worry. We'll get there.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, so here are some pictures that tell quite a story. While the President of the United States was meeting with Kanye this afternoon, cities were in ruin across the Florida Panhandle. Thousands of people lost their homes. At least 6 people died. 1 million without power in the aftermath of Hurricane Michael, the storm that is still bringing life-threatening flash floods across the southeast. While the president met with Kanye, the Dow was plummeting for a second straight day, slamming the 401ks of hardworking people across this country and wiping out most of the good news from the year. And while the president met with Kanye, the disappearance of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, a resident of this country, remained officially unsolved. The U.S. official telling CNN, the working assumption is that Khashoggi was murdered inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. And in a shocking development tonight, Turkey has told U.S. officials that it has audio and video recordings that prove a Saudi security team murdered Khashoggi. That is according to the Washington Post. Priorities, people.
I agree, Don. Priorities. Because instead of talking about these very important issues, you're going to glance by them so you can do what? Race bait? And get mad at Trump for having lunch with Kanye? That's fucking pathetic. That's what that is. This is some of the most infuriating shit I have ever watched. Don Lemon, you have a platform right now. What are you going to use it for, buddy? Are you going to race bait more? Is that what you're going to do? Yeah, that's what he's going to do, by the way. Let's keep watching. It gets even better.
Priorities. With all of that going on, this president invited Kanye to the Oval Office.
A meeting that's been scheduled for over a week, as far as I know. What a terrible thing to do. Oh my god. Man, who has lunch with celebrities? Obama didn't do that. No, there were never celebrities in the White House while Obama was there. And you definitely didn't hear Don Lemon talking about it.
Him carry on with an incomprehensible rant while the president sat there and listened. Letting it go on and on and on with the whole world watching.
This is painful to watch. It's really painful.
This right here is the iPlane 1. It's a hydrogen-powered airplane, and this is what our president should be flying in. Look at this shirt. Get rid of Air Force One. Can we get rid of Air Force One?
No, don't do that.
Well, we're going to have Apple, an American company, work on this plane with. But you know what I don't like about, it's not that I don't like, what I need Saturday Night Live to improve on, or what I need the liberals to improve on is, if he don't look good, we don't look good. This is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest planes, the best factories, and we have to make our core be empowered. We have to bring jobs into America because our best export is entertainment and ideas. But when we make everything in China and not in America, then we're cheating on our country. And we're putting people...
I do want to agree with Don Lemon on something. This is mostly incoherent. I don't know what the fuck Kanye is talking about. I've never known what the fuck Kanye is talking about. I like that Kanye is well, I don't want to say critical thinker, but an open thinker, and is not just voting where a certain group of people tell him to vote, or talking about certain things that they tell him to talk about, but holy shit, Kanye West is a crazy person.
People in positions to have to do illegal things to end up in the cheapest factory ever, the prison system.
I'll tell you what, that was pretty impressive.
No, it was pretty incoherent, but whatever.
That was hard to watch. Come on.
Oh, Don! Don, what are you talking about? That was so easy to watch compared to what you're about to do. Why don't you say that? You might as well be saying it about yourself.
You know it was hard to watch.
Oh, this guy.
You know it was hard to watch.
Keep saying it, man.
That laughter.
Jesus.
This is not funny. They were laughing there. This is a man who needs help. He needs help. I've said it before. President Trump is exploiting Kanye, using him to try to reach black voters.
Because there's no possible way any black man who's rational could possibly like Trump. That would be insane. Even though, black unemployment's the lowest it's ever been in recorded history under Trump. No black person could like Trump. No, that's ridiculous. He must be using him. Kanye West must be a token. That's all he can be. That's the best he could possibly be to a Republican. Not an individual who has their own ideas and own opinions. No, he must be a token because he disagrees with Don Lemon.
About everything he says he's done for the African American community. Why he loves to say black unemployment is at an all-time low. Completely ignoring the fact that the trend started under President Barack Obama. Donald Trump is delighted to have Kanye in the White House.
So just because a trend starts under Obama, because the economy as a whole might be picking up, because finally maybe he stopped fucking with shit, doesn't mean that Trump didn't help. You see, when you cut taxes, more jobs are created because there's more money to be invested. It's quite simple. I'm sure Don Lemon could understand this if he wanted to. But yeah, I don't see his point. Okay, maybe it did start under Obama. I don't even know if that's true. I'd have to look it up. But that doesn't fucking matter. He's stating a fact, and the fact is true. So...
White House. Even when he says this.
And
just ignore
you
that.
might not have expected to have a crazy like Kanye West run up and support. But best believe, we are going to make America great.
The Oval Office. Yep, President Trump is
That's
absolutely
where they were.
Kanye dropping an F-bomb in the Oval Office and in front of cameras.
Are you telling me that no one's dropped an F-bomb in the Oval Office before? I mean, Brandon, let me tell you a secret. Bill Clinton's been in that office.
Television. As long as he's on the Make America Great train. But he wasn't always so open-minded. I want you to listen to what he said. This is during the campaign, right? This is about Jay-Z's appearance at a Hillary Clinton rally. Watch this.
The only way she filled up the arena was to get Jay-Z. And his language was so filthy that it made me like the most clean-cut human being on earth.
I don't think one F-bomb would be enough for
I
that.
thought when he said enough in the Oval Office. Then there's this.
He used every word in the book last night. He used language last night that was so bad. And then Hillary said, I did not like Donald Trump's lewd language. My lewd language. I tell you what, I've never said what he said in my life.
MF is not lewd, huh? Oh yeah, and how about this?
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
I would never use language like that. Not to mention this.
He said he would never use language like the language Jay-Z used. I don't know what language Jay-Z used, but if Don Lemon wanted us to be able to properly compare these things, he would play Jay-Z swearing. He's not going to do that, and I have a good guess as to why. I'm guessing. It might have been a lot worse than an F-bomb. It just might have been a little bit worse. I don't know, man. It's tough, but it might have been worse. Because if it wasn't, why wouldn't he just show it? I mean, he's showing us all these other clips that some intern went and got. So why wouldn't he show us that one?
I gotta use some Tic Tacs just in case this guy kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. Hey, when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. do anything.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Trump. But luckily this isn't so much a defense of Trump video, more of a roasting of Don Lemon, who is a perennial piece of shit. So, let's go on.
I guess the president thinks that language is okay. But a rapper, oh my gosh. That depends on who he or she supports. So let's take a trip down memory lane. Remember Common, the rapper Common, when he performed at the White House when President Obama was president? Watch this.
Even through the unseen, I know that God watches. From one king's dream, he was able to barack us. One king's dream, he was able to barack us. One king's dream, he was able to barack us.
Stop.
I'm so offended by
The
that.
cringe.
That's so offensive. That was sarcasm, by the way, in case you didn't get it. So here's what
Yeah,
the
thanks,
president, good friend, his good buddy Sean Hannity had to say about that.
He uses the N-word. He talks about cops. Now, hang on a second. This is the President of the United States of America. You know what? This is not a good message for our kids.
Okay?
I mean, let's just be honest. Nigger is a lot worse than fuck, so.
He never uses the N-word. Go listen to some of his music. And this is what
I don't
Sean
want
Hannity
to.
now has to say about Kanye.
It's probably as bad as Kanye's.
The president is getting some very public, enthusiastic praise from one of America's most iconic rappers. Kanye West takes a stand for freedom of thought and freedom of expression. We should all support this.
Yeah.
You cannot make this up. You cannot make, I mean, really? I wish we could.
What's his point? I don't understand. Hannity just said that he liked freedom of thought. Well, I like freedom of thought too. Okay. Why is that bad? What are you laughing about? What are you laughing about?
Play that all over again. But anyway, I have a lot of
Holy shit.
So it's not a good message for our kids, as he says, when a rapper who has used the N-word in the past performs at the White House. But it's fine when a rapper who actually uses the F-word in the Oval Office. And there's more. The GOP taking a page out of the Trump playbook with an ad attacking a Democrat running for Congress in New York, a Rhodes Scholar, Antonio Delgado, labeling him a big city rapper.
Who am I? I'm Antonio Delgado. I was raised to believe you're supposed to love your neighbor.
But President Trump hasn't always been such a big fan of Kanye. Remember this?
Yes, Trump only likes the people who like him. If you say something good about Trump, he instantly likes you. If Don Lemon went on TV tomorrow and started saying pro-Trump stuff, Trump would be like, Don Lemon, you're the best reporter at CNN. That wasn't even an attempt at a Trump accent. Don't worry about it. Like, we all know this. Everyone who's looked at Trump knows this. I mean, he just, whenever somebody says something good about him, Kanye or whatever, he just likes that person because he wants to be liked. That's who Trump is. No one really, well, okay, some people voted for Trump because they think he's some sort of thought leader. Most of the people who voted for Trump probably just voted for him because he wasn't Clinton. Okay? And he wasn't saying things that made them feel bad about themselves. He's saying you're a good person. Clinton was saying you're a bad person. So, they voted for the guy who said they were a good person. Not because he's super intelligent or because he's an amazing politician or some sort of thought leader. At least that's my opinion on the matter. I don't know. I've definitely met some people who are just pretty into that Trump, and they are their own type of issue, but whatever.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm
Oh, this is so messed up.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
I'm telling you,
Well-
Kanye West is just a crazy person, okay? He's just fucking crazy. That's what basically this is. He's a crazy person who's decided that he's not going to be in a cage anymore. And so people have venerated him, pretending that he's some sort of intelligent human being who's saying something that's really important. He's doing one thing that's good. He's telling people that you don't have to live in the cage. You can leave the cage. There's no fucking luck. You just gotta walk out. You can do it. It's a free country. That's what Kanye's for. That's what he does. See, I don't know. The people who are like vehemently defending Kanye give me a giggle. Oh,
that
did it
Kanye's
again.
behavior was disgusting then.
Kind of was.
Adding, quote, he couldn't care less about Beyonce. It was grandstanding to get attention. And you remember President Barack Obama's reaction to Kanye?
Why would he do that?
He's a jackass.
Yeah,
Well, interesting.
he is, by the way.
There is something
He's
Trump
kind of a
and Kanye
jackass.
have in common. They've both been criticized by Barack Obama. Okay, so the truth
That's like a
here
badge of
is
honor at this point.
This is about more than just rap. It's about race.
When Kanye came out very strongly a number of months ago, something happened. My polls went up like 25%. Nobody's ever seen it. Like, he's got a big following in the African American community.
So when the president parades Kanye in front of the cameras, that is just a cynical attempt to manipulate black voters with less than a month to go until the midterms. Don't fall for the okie doke.
Or maybe he just likes Kanye because Kanye says nice things about him. I know, right? Look, I'm not a huge Trump fan. I don't dislike Trump. Trump's okay. He's fine. He has his part to play. He is a culture warrior. That's basically it. That's what he's good at. Okay, well, keep doing those things. I like that you're doing these things. I don't really give a fuck what Kanye thinks and what Trump thinks. And so when they talk about stuff, I don't really care. I don't think it's that relevant. But Don Lemon clearly thinks it's a huge deal. Such a huge deal that he is going to take his time and criticize them for that instead of talking about those important issues that he discussed at the beginning of the program. Oh, the stock markets are falling? Can't talk about that. That wouldn't be race baiting. Can't talk about that flood very much. That's not race baiting enough. This is basically Don Lemon's thing, as far as I can tell. He's black, so he gets to say things like, as a black man, and then go on and spew his bullshit. Let me just say this. Could not care less what his skin color is, but Don Lemon clearly does care what his skin color is. That's the difference here. See, Don Lemon makes everything about race, so when he sees Kanye going to the White House, he instantly thinks, oh, this must be about race. And it can't possibly be about Trump and Kanye having some common ground. It cannot possibly be about the things that Trump wants to do and the things that Kanye wants to do, and how they might intersect somewhere. Can't possibly be about that. Alright, anyway, that's it for me. This was a rather frustrating thing to watch, to be honest. But, you know, when Don Lemon opens his mouth, it usually is frustrating. If you like this one, hit that sub, and if you don't, please leave an angry comment. I will make sure to respond to it. Have a good one.